Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a girl climbed a mountain only to realize she forgot the flag she was going to plant at the top. In distress, she used her satellite phone to call an airport and ask them to fly the flag to the top of the mountain and drop it to her so she could plant the flag and take a picture next to it. A pilot of a Boeing 777X agreed to transport the flag on his next flight in 6 hours, but demanded the girl pay him $1 million. He would have to strap the flag to the bottom of the airliner along with a parachutist and discharge both at the proper altitude and GPS coordinates. The pilot stated that the parachutist would require $250,000 in fees for such a dangerous mission. She agreed to the terms, conditions, and demands, and in 6 hours, watched as the plane flew above and unloaded the daredevil parachutist and her flag. Minutes later, the girl watched as the man with her flag crashed to the ground, striking a large rock embedded into the mountain under several feet of white puffy snow, and impaled himself with her flag. The incident was horrific, but the man survived. "How is my flag?" the girl asked, hovering over the wounded man, who was actively bleeding and staining the snow around him red. "It's snapped in two," the man replied. "What is your name?" the girl asked. "And are you covered by insurance? Not medical insurance, but flag insurance, the same kind they sold for the moon landings?" "No one sells flag insurance, you dumb bitch. I'm going to bleed to death if you don't get help soon." "Did you bring a first aid kit?" the girl asked. "I have a rod jutting out of my right lung. Do you think a first aid kit would have the necessary supplies to address a wound of that magnitude?" "I am not a doctor or a nurse," the girl replied. "I am a mountain climber and was not trained in emergency surgery. You're just going to have to die, I'm sorry. Now, did you see where the other half of my flag landed? I might be able to tape it back together with the tape in your kit." The wounded man tried to right himself and sit up, but the pain was excruciating and the flag got in the way. "Is there anyone else in your party that can help me?" the man asked. "I only have one other climber with me and a hired guide, and neither of them has a medical degree either," the girl replied. "Can I get your name for the lawsuit I'm going to file?" the man asked. "You can't sue me, you did this to yourself," the girl replied. "You are responsible for your own gear, not me. They taught me that information at Rocky Hills Mountain Climbing School. If I were to forget my gloves, that would be on me and I couldn't sue a fly." Realizing the girl had a valid point, the man reached for his phone and called the pilot of the plane that dropped him. "Is there any way you can come back and pick me up?" the man asked over the phone, spitting up blood with audible wheezing. The answer was not what he wanted to hear. "You can land on the snow. I've seen it done many times before," the parachutist barked back at the pilot over the phone. "No," was the reply. "Fuck you," the man barked into the phone and hung up. "What an asshole. Can't land a plane on the snow? Any good pilot can land on the snow, in the water, on the grass. Hell, they can practically land anywhere they want." The girl looked around the mountain and replied, "There isn't any flat ground around here. Are you stupid? I am a chemical engineer by trade, and when there is an issue, I fix the problem. That is what I am hired to do, not take some damn vacation because that clown can't find a spot to land. It's not like there are houses and trees to get in the way." He couldn't ask for a better place to land. "It could take 1,000 feet of runway to land a plane that size," the girl replied. "And my name is Amanda, by the way. You'd better have deep pockets, Amanda, or very good insurance, because my lawyer will bleed you worse than I'm bleeding now." Amanda stepped over to the wounded man and took hold of the flag handle that was projecting out of his lung. "What are you doing? Don't you dare try to pull that out. You could make my condition much worse," the man yelled in fear. Amanda pulled the flag from the man's chest and stabbed it back into his skull, killing him instantly. "Now try to sue me," she said with a grin.